Okay, next, the arrays class. The arrays, notice the S at the end class, is just a class that contains a collection of static methods that do useful things that are mostly associated with arrays. One of the most useful ones is arrays.asList. Arrays.asList takes either an array or a bunch of individual entries separated by commas and spits out a list. This is particularly useful when you're making quick tests where you need lists. Okay, so rather than making a new array list and calling add 5 times, you can just say arrays.addList and supply the entries separated by commas. It's very convenient. It's just a lot shorter. So it would take 1 line to make a new array list, and it would take 5 lines to call add 5 times. Now you can do it in 1 single line. And again, this is particularly useful if you just have small lists. You don't care if they're array lists or linked lists, and you just want to put them together quickly. Surprisingly, this is not well known among even intermediate level Java programmers. And you see intermediate level Java programmers all the time make a list, call add a whole bunch of times, and all they want is a small list of 10 or 20 or 50 elements for some quick testing. So arrays.asList is your friend here. You can also pass in an array if you already have an array of strings. Rather than looping down, you can just pass the entire array to arrays.asList, and again, it spits out a list of the appropriate type. All right, so it's just a little convenient method, but it's a widely used convenient method, and we'll probably use arrays.asList to make a list probably 50 times more in the course of this video series. There's also arrays.sort. This is extremely useful to know about in real life. Making a really robust and fast sorting algorithm is difficult. You shouldn't have to do that yourself. So it's already built into Java. Java already has a nice, fast, efficient sorting algorithm. However, Java doesn't know which comparison to use when you have an array of objects that you want to sort. So if you have an array of person objects and you want to sort it, how should it do it? Java knows how to do sorting, but it doesn't know how to do comparing. Should it sort the array of person objects based on their salary? Should it sort them based on the year that they were hired? Should it sort them based on their last name, on their first name, on their employee ID? There's no way to know. So arrays.sort takes a comparator as a second argument. And a comparator is an object that lets you define how to do comparisons. Given 2 person objects, the one that should go earlier in the array is the one with the higher salary. Or the one that should go earlier in the array is the one that was hired first. We'll give a lot of details on supplying comparators in the first of the Lambda sections. And then there's a bunch more in the arrays class. I recommend you just go to the online API, go to the arrays class, bring it up, and browse down the methods. There's binary search for ordered arrays. You can copy arrays. You can see if arrays are equal, including all their elements being equal. You can fill in arrays with certain elements. You can sort in parallel. You can assign certain entries, and you can output the elements of an array as a stream. This is perhaps the most important of all of those, but we'll have an entire section where we talk about that. So for now, the 2 things to remember: arrays.asList lets you build a list very simply and easily, and arrays.sort will sort a list, but then you have to define a comparator to tell Java how to do the ordering.